Hello, today we are looking at instrument maintenance. When we say instrument, what are we talking about? We are talking about a device that can come with what? A software, or it can come without a software. An instrument is any device you use to make your work easy. It can be medical equipment, it can be a UPS, universal power supply, it can be a laptop, a computer, a power supply, a gadget, a washing machine, a medical instrument for medical imaging, it can be anything. So when we look at instruments, okay, we will have to look at what their hardware, what they are made up of. Instruments are made up of electronic components, namely resistors, capacitors, diodes, transistors, sensors, etc., depending on what the instrument is doing. So the instrument has what hardware, and it also has what software. Software are programs that are put into this instrument to make work easy. They are user application programs. They might be operating systems that host the user application programs. And also we have to look at the faults that this instrument comes with. This instrument comes with hardware fault or software faults, and then the software faults are related to drivers, device drivers, programs that makes this system runs. We can have antiviruses, we can have system updates for your programs. So if your equipment is faulty, you have to diagnose and see whether it is a hardware fault or a software fault. And when it's a hardware fault and you approach it with a software solution, you will not get the instrument working. And if it's a software fault and you approach it with a hardware solution, you will not get your instrument working. In the hardware faults, we have what? Open circuit faults and what? Short circuit faults. Okay, when we say short circuit or closed, it means what? The system resistance is very low. And when we say what? An open circuit means the resistance is very high. So the instrument must have a working resistance for it to work. So if your system is open, if it has to be closed or it is closed when it has to be open, definitely your device will not working well. So with the help of your digital multimeter, you can test your electronic components and see the state of it and replace them in your system accordingly. So note that when your instrument is not working, it can either be a hardware fault or a software fault. So now that we have looked at the hardware for the software faults, we can look at what the remedies. Some of the problems may be with what the heating system or the cooling system. Some may be with what the screen, the monitor. Some may be with the power supply. And if it's a power supply problem, you just have to look at the power supply. You have your transformer, you have your rectifier, you have your filter, you have your regulator. So you have to test using your digital multimeter or analog multimeter. You test your power supply line and see which of the components are not working, and then you replace them accordingly to have your instrument working again. So this is what I want to share with you today. Okay, so once you have looked at your hardware, your software, the programs that the instrument comes with, and everything is okay, then you are good to go. So know that from time to time you also have to update your softwares that you are working with. If it is a lab equipment, if it is a medical equipment, if it's even your office, your operating system, your laptop, your phone, from time to time you have to update the softwares that are on them to get them working perfectly. And you also have to have a cleaning system, antivirus. Okay, malwares can attack your system, your software, your laptop, your phone, your gadgets. So you need an antivirus to install, and then from time to time you run it to clean any malware, any virus that is on your system. So once you cleanse it, you have your system working perfectly well. And then at times you may experience sensors that are no longer active in your system. So if your system is to sense and take action, and those actions are not working, you will have to clean the sensor surface, because dust from time to time can accumulate on the sensors and reduce their sensitivity. So, or you can replace the sensors accordingly. Okay, so your sensors, your transducers, your equipment that you are working with, you have to know the state of equipment. So if your equipment is coming or is making noise, it means maybe the fan is running out. Okay, so note the device that you are with. So even if you are not a technical person to work with the device, when you send it to a technical person to look at it, you can say, oh, my instrument is not coming, or my instrument is making noise, or my instrument needs this and that. So even though if you are not technical, when you go to seek medical attention, you tell the doctor that this is it, and the doctor brings the prescription. So when you bring an instrument for me to work on, you will say something, but I also have to do my diagnosis. That's what happens when you go to a medical facility. You tell the doctor what it is, but the doctor also will do examination and then give prescription. So when you bring me an instrument, you tell me that, oh, this and that. Based on that and also my analysis, I bring solution to your device. So thank you for listening to this program. Kindly subscribe and like for more. Thank you.